The long road finally brought me over to Elm Creek. I managed to hitch a ride with a truck driver, a kind man just passing through. He agreed to drop me off at the gas station across the road from a withered field, and not far from where my grandmother still lives. By the time my boots hit the pavement, the afternoon light was fading behind the storm. The town was quiet and soaked in rain. Streetlights flickered to life along the sidewalks. The old motel's neon buzzed through the mist, and a few homes glowed dimly behind Rain Street windows. Every step I took reminded me of how long it had been since I'd last seen Grandma. Eventually, I found myself standing at her front door. The house sat quiet and heavy under the storm, like it had been waiting for me. I raised my hand, knocked gently, and within moments, she opened the door. I haven't seen her in years, but the way she smiled, it felt like no time had passed at all. Inside, she'd already prepared a room for me. Fresh sheets, in the bed, a place I could finally rest my head. I took a long, hot shower, and before I knew it, I was fast asleep. For the first time in a long time, I felt everything was going to be all right again. How's it going, everybody, and welcome to the first day over here in Elm Creek. Alrighty guys, so yeah, it has been quite the journey, and here we are. This is Grandma's house. So yeah, when I got home, I immediately went to bed because I was super tired of traveling and all of that. So yeah, you can only imagine that it was quite a bit of a, situation that we were in. So for those of you just joining me now on this journey, I am originally from South Africa, a little place called Johannesburg. And yeah guys, when I first came to America, I just ended up staying with my cousin Robbie for the first time. And yeah, we actually met quite a few people over there. And I actually landed myself some decent jobs. And it even went as far as I got into a little bit of farming. So along my way down there, I met a guy named Grandpa Walter, which is, yeah, everybody knows him as Grandpa Walter. And he actually put me in touch with another gentleman named Mr. Shelton. So now Mr. Shelton had quite the operation over in Judith Plains, where I actually came from after this. So yeah, turns out Mr. Shelton was a little bit crooked, and that, yeah, every single one of his employees was also dragged down, including me. So yeah, here we are over in Elm Creek. We are going to be staying here by Grandma and trying to get back up onto our feet. And I think let's do a little bit of a tour around here, guys. So I've already been up this morning preparing a couple of things for today. So we have got Grandma's old Renault G280 over here, which is already loaded with the first pallet of clothes that we are going to be delivering. So the pallet loaded in the car is going to the biomass energy plant. And over here we've got two other pallets that we also need to deliver. So this one over here is going to the Johnson's Farmers Market, and that one over there is going to the local supermarket, which is not too far. So yeah, I'm starting with the furthest point, because Grandma tells me that the car's running a little bit low on fuel. So I think it'll be safer just to do the furthest delivery first, and if we do run out of fuel, at least we're going to be a little bit closer to home. And then over here we've got the old sheep pen. So yeah, Grandpa used to raise a couple of sheep back in his day, but ever since he passed away, that has been left empty and kind of never been used again. So what ended up happening is Grandma has to buy all of her fabric from the local spinnery. So she actually used to have her own spinnery here on site, but that unfortunately had to be sold in order for her to keep the house within the family. So guys, yeah, enough about that. Let's quickly take a look over here. This is a Grandpa's old shed. So in here, we still have got a couple of his things. So he's got his old chainsaw over there. There's the spray that he used to mark trees with. Because Grandpa used to be a little bit of a lumberjack, you know. He enjoyed, you know, working with wood and such. And we also had some horses back in the day over here. So there's his old horse brush for cleaning the horses. And as you can see also, we've got his old motorcycle over here, which is currently broken. It's not working, so I might have to have a look at this thing at some point and see if I can maybe figure out what's going on with it. And over here we've got Grandpa's old toolbox, which is as heavy as I can remember it. But alright, so guys, let's get this shed closed up again. So over here we have got Grandma's operation. So Grandma is a tailor, as you may have gathered by now. And yeah, she's probably never ever going to be featured on camera because she's a little bit camera shy. So yeah, she's currently busy. You can probably hear the sewing machines going on in there. So yeah, that is yeah, what Grandma is busy with at the moment. So moving around this side of the house, we have got Grandma's little backyard. So she likes to play chess with the ladies on Sunday. So that is pretty much what this is all about. And as you can see, she also has got a very decent sized greenhouse here where she plants her strawberries. Now she's very proud of these strawberries, and to be honest, I could actually see why. I mean, just look at that. She's actually getting a pretty decent yield out of this greenhouse. But alrighty guys, I think that is pretty much the tour of what's going on here at Grandma's house. Nothing major, but it's definitely a place to call home for now. So yeah, what I need to do now is we need to go and do these couple of deliveries. Now, unfortunately, the car is a little bit small and we can only fit one pallet at a time. So we're going to have to do a lot of, you know, back and forth, coming back to load the other pallet and dropping it off and such. So I'm just hoping we're going to be able to make this with the little bit of amount of fuel that this car has got. Yeah, it's just below half a tank, so I've got no idea how long this is going to still run. So we're just going to have to try and wing it, you know. Alright, so we are going to make our way over to this biomass energy plant. And Grandma told me that I should speak to the guy named Tony over there. He's apparently the manager, just to see if he might have some work for us. So I don't know, you know, at this point I will take any kind of job that I can find, just to get a little bit of money in my pocket so that we can actually, you know, start living again. So yeah, this is going to be quite a little bit of a drive, so let's take it easy and see if we can hypermile this little car of Grandma's a little bit. Alright, so here we are. This is the South Valley Biomass Energy Plant. We're just going to park up here and see if we can find Tony. I don't know if he's in this office. Let's maybe just knock here and see if he can accept the delivery from us. Alright, so there we go. We dropped off the pallet of clothes here at the energy plant. I think that's just a little bit easier to call it instead of calling it the biomass plant every time. So yeah guys, unfortunately I did have a word with Tony about a potential job here, and he says he's got no vacancies at the moment. So I guess that is pretty much strike one then, I guess. So fortunately we do have got quite a couple of deliveries to do still today, so I'm quite hopeful we will eventually get something. Alright, so we're gonna head back to Grandma's house again now. Going to go and load up the second pallet of clothes, and that is gonna go over to the Johnson's Farmers Market, which is also a little bit of a drive. And yeah, we're still doing pretty well on fuel. Looks like we are, yeah, used up a little bit of fuel. It's not too bad. Alright, so I'll catch up to you guys back at Grandma's house again. Alright, so here we are back at Grandma's house. So we are going to be loading this pallet. Yeah, it's quite a bit heavy, but I should manage to lift this up. Alright, so yeah, Grandma usually stacks these boxes on top of the pallets one by one. Yeah, I'm a little bit brave trying to load one pallet like that at a time. But alright, we are ready to hit the road again, and next up, farmer's market. Alrighty, so here we are. We made it over to Johnson's farmer's market, guys. So yeah, there's a person I need to speak to over here. Her name is Sarah. So yeah, I'm gonna have to probably take a walk around to the front. I don't see any doors on this side to knock on. Yeah, so we need to drop off the pallet of clothes here, and I also want to have a word with her about a potential job for me. So let me see if I can find her real quick. Alrighty guys, so unfortunately that is strike 2. So I spoke to Sarah about potentially getting a job here at the farmer's market, and unfortunately there's nothing available once again. So yeah, so far we are not having any luck finding a job for ourselves, but yeah, I guess we've got one more place to try. So let's hop back into Grandma's car, and yeah, yeah, you can hear the fuel buzzer going off there. So the car is running a little bit low on fuel. I just hope we are going to make it at least to our last delivery here. Then I think we should be in the clear until Grandma eventually gets her payment from these people. Alright, but yes, let's get back to Grandma's house once again and see if we can load up the last pallet and go and hopefully drop that off as well. Alright, and we are back once again here at Grandma's house. We're just going to load up the last pallet, which luckily doesn't have to go too far. Alright, let me just... Yep, there we go. Alright, get it in there. Alright, that'll do. Okay, so yeah, last drop off for today. Then I think we should be done. Alright, so let's hop back into Grandma's car over here. Once again, we're going to head over to the supermarket, and hopefully this time round when I speak to the manager over there. I just don't remember what his name is. I will probably have to ask around a bit. But okay, let's hit the road one more time and go and drop off this last pallet real quick. Alright, so here we are over at the supermarket, so I'm quickly going to head inside and see if I can find somebody who's going to take the uniforms off my hands here. And then I'll see if I can speak to the manager as well. I still got to figure out who the manager is over here. And then, yeah, hopefully today we will get ourselves a job over here at the grocery mart, which will be awesome. Alright, folks, so yeah, there we go. That is delivery done. And yeah, the manager, Robert, he has actually been in a meeting, so I had to wait around a bit. So yeah, unfortunately I did have a word with him once again, and there's absolutely nothing for us over here at the grocery mart either. So it looks like we striked out 3 out of 3 today, unfortunately, but I'm still hopeful. So right now what we need to do is just head back to Grandma's house. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and have a look and see if I can maybe figure something out with the motorcycle in the shed. And maybe try and get it up and running. I don't know if Grandma will allow it, if I manage to get it fixed up so that I can start using that to get around. Because I think it'll be a little bit better than driving her car over here. And, oh, okay, wait a second. That is my phone ringing. Alright, let's just pull over here for a second. I'll just turn the engine off to try and save some fuel. Alrighty folks, so there we go. I just got off the phone with Grandma. So she said that she wasn't supposed to pick up fabric today, but the spinnery did call. Her order is ready for collection, so we're just going to go ahead and try and pick up this delivery real quick. So yeah, I'm not too sure how we are going to be in terms of gas at this stage, because the car is quite empty. Just hope we're going to be able to make it back to Grandma's house and also over to the spinnery now. So I guess we'll have to just hope for the best then. Alright, so here we are over at the spinnery, and we're just gonna park right over here next to this Ford F350 loaded with what appears to be wool. Alright, well, I think we should probably head on inside and just check if somebody is going to be able to help us with Grandma's order. They should have probably, you know, recognized her car now. So let's see if they're going to give us 2 pallets of fabric for Grandma. Alrighty, so there we go. We've got the 2 pallets of fabric loaded, and I've got a little bit of news, guys. So yeah, it turns out that the red Ford F350 over there belongs to the animal dealer. Her name is Katie Larson. And yeah, we got to a little bit of talking while I was waiting for them to get the fabric ready for us. And yeah, she actually knows my grandmother. So yeah, turns out that Katie said she might have a small job for me today. So she took my number and she's going to be in touch, but it'll probably only be a little bit later on because she's got a couple of errands to run still. But yeah, I guess we will see how this pans out. Hopefully something is going to come of it. And I really hope that we're going to make it back to Grandma's house with this car, because this thing is it's running very low on fuel now. So yeah, I'm just going to have to try and hypermile some more back to Grandma's house. So yeah, I guess here we go. Let's see how this works out. Alright, so here we are. We made it back to Grandma's house without any problems at least. So what we're going to do now is we're going to reverse the car back. Alright, we are sort of blocking traffic here a little bit. Now, I need to make use of the mirrors because I can't see anything behind me because, yeah, the fabric is over there. Alright, so I'm just going to try and back it up here nice and easy so that we can get the pallets offloaded. And I think that should do the trick. Alrighty, so let's quickly go and see Grandma and just check with her where she would like us to put the fabric for her. Because I don't know if she's going to want it inside or if we're going to just keep it in the shed or something. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly sort that all out and maybe grab a little bit of a bite to eat. I'm not too sure when Katie is going to be phoning me for this potential job that she's got for me. So I guess it's better to just rather eat something because I don't know how long I'm going to be out. And I think while I'm waiting, we might actually have a little bit of a look at Grandpa's motorcycle. I think he's got some tools in there we can probably use. So yeah, I'll bring you guys back after I've had a little bit of brunch. Let's call it brunch because it's not really breakfast and it's not really lunch. And then yeah, we'll see what happens for the rest of today. Alright guys, so there we go. I just quickly moved Grandma's strawberries out of the sun. So she actually packed another full pallet of strawberries and I'm not too sure where it's going to head towards. But yeah, I guess we'll find out once she's got a customer for those. So yeah, I've been having a look at the motorcycle over here and it so far doesn't look very good. I think this thing has just been standing way too long and it's going to be a little bit impossible for me to get it up and running with the tools that I've got. So I'm definitely going to have to either get some help or yeah, do a little bit better research on how to get this thing sorted out because it's definitely going to need a whole lot of parts as well. And yeah, currently we don't have any money at all. So this is probably going to have to be put on the back burner for now. So yeah, I'm still waiting on Katie to give me a phone call, so I'm just gonna probably sit around a bit and just wait for that phone call. And hopefully it'll be soon, guys. So I'm gonna neaten up the yard a bit, pack the tools in the shed again, and also probably put the motorcycle away, and then we will see how it works out. Alright, so there we go. It is now almost 20 past 1 in the afternoon and I just got the phone call from Katie. And yeah, turns out she's got a little bit of a job for me. So I was talking to Grandma earlier and I mentioned that I wanted to borrow her bicycle just to get over there. But she told me there's no way that's going to happen because the animal dealer is quite a bit of a distance away from here. So she told me to take the car. Even though it is currently running on fumes, which is not the greatest. So I guess we'll hopefully make a little bit of money today. So that I can sort that out for Grandma at least. And I also want to see if I can maybe wash the car. Because Grandma doesn't have a garden hose or anything here. So it'll be great if I can maybe like get a spot where I can wash the car, you know. That'll be, yeah, I think a little bit better. Because it's not good for a car to get as dirty as this, especially if you're going to be doing deliveries to, you know, some food places later on, because we're going to be dropping off the strawberries. So guys, I'm going to take a very nerve-wracking drive over to the animal dealer, seeing as we are definitely running out of fuel. And yeah, I just hope we're going to make it. So I'll catch up to you guys once we get over to the animal dealer and just hear what this job is exactly that Katie has got for us. Alright, well, we made it here, guys, so I've got no idea if we are even going to make it back home, but I did notice Katie standing over there, so I don't want to talk too loud, but yeah, let's quickly see what she has to offer today and what we are going to be doing for her. Alrighty, so there we go. I was in a little bit of a meeting with Katie real quick, and we talked about a couple of things. And yeah, so the job for today is going to entail a little bit of a delivery of animals. Now, she doesn't have her animal trailer here at the moment. It's still over at the mechanic shop, apparently. So she handed me the keys of her truck over here, or the keys to her truck, rather. Let me just rephrase, being South African, sometimes the terminology is a little bit hard in English, but okay. So yeah, we're going to fire up this beast of a truck, and we're going to make our way over to this mechanic shop. So apparently the guy's name is Nicholas, or Nick for short, and he runs a little car shop round the back of one of the warehouses over at the main dealership, Clever Motors. So I guess we will just head over there and see if we can find this guy, and hopefully pick up Katie's animal trailer, and then come back here so that we can load some cows and go and drop them off, which is going to give us at least our first bit of money in our pocket, which will be great. So yeah, I guess let's make our way over there and see what this trailer is all about. Alright, so I think we are close, and if I'm not mistaken, according to the directions Katie gave me, there's a... Oh, wait a second, I think it's over here. Yeah, wait a second, yeah, that is definitely something that resembles an animal trailer over here. Yep, that is definitely it. Okay, let's see what else is going on over here. Okay, that must be the guy. Alright, let's see if we can park up somewhere. Let's see if I can actually maneuver this big old truck in a parking spot here. Yeah, this thing actually gets up and goes like mad. But okay, here we are. I don't think we did too bad of a job at parking this thing, considering it's a dually and all. But okay, let's have a quick word with Nick over here and just hear what he has to say about that animal trailer, which I see is a gooseneck trailer. It's quite big. Alright guys, so there we go, and yeah, so I did have a word with Nick about the animal trailer, and he showed me everything that he did to it, and he actually seems to have done a pretty good job at fixing that thing up. So I guess the only thing left for me to do is to get it hooked up to the truck. So yeah, I've never ever in my life hooked up a gooseneck trailer, so apparently this is how you do it. You drop the tailgate, and then you reverse the truck in under it and get it hooked up like that. So I guess there's a first time for everything. Alright, let's get this thing fired up and just take it nice and easy backing up to this behemoth of a trailer. So apparently this thing is a 32-foot animal trailer, so it's quite big and long, and I'm gonna definitely have to take it nice and easy around turns with this thing. But let me see if I can figure out how this thing is connected up. Alright, well, I have to be honest, this is actually much easier than I thought. So yeah, turns out that the gooseneck trailer is a little bit easier to connect up to than I would say, for example, a regular bumper tow trailer, because yeah, this thing is actually nice and high. You don't have to bend all the way down and try and wiggle the thing over the trailer hitch down there. So it literally just snaps onto the gooseneck hitch over there, and Bob's your uncle. So there we go. Alright, so we are ready to hit the road, obviously. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to head over to the animal dealer and just see where we're going to park this thing for now, because Katie didn't give me any instructions on where I need to try and maneuver this thing in order to load the cows. And she also haven't told me yet where the cows are going, so I guess we'll probably find out that information once we get back there. Now I'm gonna have to take my turns probably quite wide with this big old gooseneck trailer, and hopefully the traffic will see us coming. I mean, of course they will, because yeah, this thing is probably the size of a boat, you know. But alright, let's make our way over there, and hopefully nothing happens. So yeah, this is our first job, and we're already operating some pretty hefty equipment, in my opinion. Alright, so here we are. We made it back to the animal dealer, and I think we are just probably gonna park here for now, because I think this is a pretty good spot to maneuver from here to anywhere we're gonna need this thing. So I'm gonna have to probably go and talk to Katie once again and just figure out the rest of our job for today and what this is going to entail. So I'll bring you guys right back once we figured out what's going on. Alrighty, so there we go. That is now fully loaded. So we had to back the trailer up over here to this little entrance where the cattle came from, and I actually had it a lot closer when we had the doors open. So I pulled it forward a little bit, and yeah, let's just quickly have a look at our cargo over here. So we've got 5 brown Swiss cows, and we have got 4 Holstein cows. So that is what they are called. So if you guys don't know which one is which, it's actually quite obvious. So the brown ones, like this one at the back of here, is the brown Swiss, and that one over there with the black and white is the Holstein cow. So yeah, pretty awesome what you can learn in a day, you know. Alright, but yes, enough of that. We need to make our way over to this guy's farm. He's got a little cow barn almost out in the middle of nowhere, apparently. So we gotta head over there. The older man, it's an older gentleman. His name is Earl, apparently. And yeah, he's gonna be taking delivery of these cows. So yeah, there's nothing to it but to do it as Grandpa always said. So we're gonna make our way over there and just see if we can find Earl and deliver his cows. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to try and manage these animals on my own this time round, seeing as I had quite a bit of help getting them loaded over here at the animal dealer. Quite hopeful Earl will be able to help me. I don't know, we'll see when we get there, because it sounds like Earl is quite almost at that age of retirement, if you know what I mean. But I guess we'll see once we get there, guys. Alrighty, so here we are. We are coming up to Earl's address that Katie gave me, and I think it's probably that big green building over there, if I had to guess anything, you know. Doesn't look like it's over there, because those buildings are way too small for cows. And wait a second, yeah, I actually see some cows over here, so I think we are definitely in the right spot. Okay, got no idea how we are going to do this, or where we are going to do this. So I think what I'll do is I'll head straight over to Earl's house over here. I see an older gentleman over there, so let's maybe just park right over here and have a quick chat with him and see if he's gonna help us offload the animals, or if I'm gonna have to try and make a plan to get all of the cows unloaded myself here. I guess we'll have to find out. Alrighty, so there we go, guys. I just finished offloading the last cow from this behemoth of a trailer, and they are all now where they belong. So yeah, we can see actually 2 of them actually decided to stick around here in the main barn. The rest of them went straight over to the field. I think let's maybe take a little bit of a walk over here and just have a quick look at this, because yeah, it's quite a sight to behold. You know, the cows over here in the green meadow. Just look at that. They are enjoying themselves, having the absolute best time of their lives. So yeah, we need to probably head back, guys, because it's getting a little bit late. It's already like 4 p.m. in the afternoon now. Gotta go and park up Katie's truck where she asked me to. So yeah, fortunately I don't have to maneuver this thing any further today, because it has been quite a nightmare backing this thing up, and the visibility is not the greatest. So yeah, we're just gonna go and drop this off over at the animal dealer, and then she said she will handle the parking and the sorting and such. So yeah, that is pretty good, guys. I think we did pretty well for ourselves. I've got no idea what kind of payment I'm going to expect today, but it probably won't be that much, because it wasn't a full day's work, and it also really didn't entail too much. I mean, most of my job was practically driving this lovely pickup truck, which is absolutely amazing, and just also managing some beautiful animals. So yeah, it almost feels like I'm not really supposed to be paid for this, but I guess we'll hear what Katie has to say and see what she decides on. Now that the trailer is empty, we can actually get a little bit more speed out of this thing, but I do not really want to get any speeding tickets. Don't get me wrong. Let's just take it nice and easy. Alrighty, so yeah, the animal dealer is actually not too far from where we were just now. So we are here already, and we'll just pull in right over here and park the truck up where Katie told me to leave it, which is there just in front of right over here. She will get this trailer disconnected and sorted out and tucked away. Right, so there we are. That is pretty much a job done for today. So now let's quickly go and see Katie once more. Alrighty, so well, that is not too shabby. So Katie paid me a total of $350 for this job that I just did. Although I think it's slightly overpaid, but I guess it was more a case of helping her out of a jam, because apparently she was quite busy today. They had a lot of customers coming in and a lot of things she needed to take care of. So I think she was quite happy when paying me that amount for today. So, which means, guys, we now have got a little bit of money, and I think I'm going to return the favor in letting, well, because Grandma let us borrow her car to get over here, I'm going to return the favor by filling up the tank with fuel for her. And hopefully we still make it over to the gas station, because this thing is, it's about running out of fuel. And I don't know if we're going to make it. So, I guess there's only one way to find out, and that is to get to it. And, yeah, hopefully we don't have to push this thing anyway. So, I guess we'll wait for that traffic over there. I saw a car coming. Yep, okay. Let's just wait for him to pass. Alright, let's get on the road. And, yeah, this beeper is going crazy now. We don't have a whole lot of fuel left. I just hope I'm not going to have to push this thing all the way there. It might be a bit of a challenge pushing it up this hill. I think once we're at least over this hill, we should be golden. But come on, little girl, just sip on that last bit of fuel in the tank and just make it over this hill for me. Alright, well, I think also when we get to the gas station, might check with the owner if he's got a pressure washer we can use just to wash the car down a bit. What is this? Okay, he's just pulling in casually in front of me. Alright, people around here, you know, they drive like maniacs sometime. But okay, I guess we are almost safe to call it. We are at the gas station. It's just a little bit further. Right up here, come on. There we go. Alright, well, I think we made it at least. Here we are. Alright, so I'm gonna park up here. Quickly going to fill up the tank, and then I'll check with the guy about using the pressure washer over here. I think it might be great if we could just get this car cleaned up a bit and see what it looks like. Alrighty, so there we go. The car is now topped off to the brim with gasoline, and it is at least not going to be running out of fuel anytime soon. So I also did speak to the guy inside the shop, and he said that we can use the pressure washer. It's going to probably cost me $1 as we are using it in order to get this sorted out. And as for the fuel, it only cost me $58, which is not terrible, but I think the price of gas is a little bit high at the moment. So yeah, well, guess we'll see how this works out, guys. If we can get this thing cleaned up at least, because that would be $1 well spent, if you ask me. Okay, well, it's actually cleaning up pretty well so far. Looks relatively decent. The paint is definitely a little bit faded, but it's to be expected from an older car like this. But I'm just too happy to yeah, have some fuel in the tank again, so that we don't have to stress as much when we are driving this thing around. Alright, so yeah, I think that actually looks a whole lot better. Okay, let's just put that down over there, and we're going to make our way back to Grandma's house again. I think it's almost about time for her to start making supper, probably. I don't know. Or maybe she'll want me to help her cook tonight. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it has been quite an adventurous first day here in Elm Creek, and I really hope you guys also enjoyed this new journey that we're about to embark on over here in Elm Creek. So definitely leave some comments down below if you are enjoying this kind of role-playing series. And I also had to ask, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please consider doing so. I will appreciate it very much, guys. So yeah, here we are back at Grandma's house, and I think we're just gonna park the car up right over here. I'm just gonna nosedive it for now. I can always, you know, flip it around if I need to. But yes, there we go. That is going to be a wrap for today. So yeah, we're going to see maybe if I can take the motorcycle over to Nicholas, or Nick for short, and see if he can maybe do something about the engine not starting up, because it might be something small, it might be something major, who knows. But I think it'll be great to have some sort of transport at least, other than using Grandma's car every day. So yeah, there we go, guys. And thank you all so much for tuning in, and then I will see you all in the next one. So cheerio.